Had a fella pull into the yard last spring with a Minneapolis Moline G900 on a flatbed. Paint was faded, but that Prairie Gold was still showing through. He said his granddad bought it new in '67. I about got choked up just looking at it. Minneapolis Moline doesn't get the love that Deere and Farmall do, and that's a shame. These were forward-thinking tractors. LP gas options, a factory cab called the Vista, and more power per pound than most of the competition. They got swallowed up by white in the early '70s and folks forgot. Let's talk models. The U and UB are the ones you see at shows, built from the '30s into the '50s, tough as railroad spikes. The U was one of the first tractors to run at highway speed, then the G900 and G1000 from the '60s, your heavy hitters. The G1000 had over 100 horsepower, serious muscle back then. If you're buying one, check those serial number plates against the service manual before you hand over cash. What makes unique is the engineering. Engines were overbuilt. Hydraulics were simple and reliable. The LP gas models run cleaner and last longer than gasoline. The downside is parts. They aren't on shelves at your local dealer. A good service manual gives you part numbers and specs you can cross-reference to find what you need. Keeping an running is the basics. Change the oil, keep the cooling system clean, don't skip valve adjustments. On those G-Series engines, check the valve lash every 200 hours using factory specs, and watch your hydraulic filter. A plugged filter will kill the pump before you notice. Here's something most folks don't know. On the U and UB models, the governor linkage wears at the pivot bushing. Your RPMs start hunting and you think the carb is shot. 9 times out of 10, it's a worn bushing. Replace it and she'll idle smooth as glass. If you've got an in the shed, get the right service manual. I've got Minneapolis Moline manuals over at the manual store. Every spec, every torque value, every adjustment. Links right below. Thumbs up if you're an fan, and I'll see you in the next one.